Hello, everybody. Today, 20th of October, and we are on FinTech and Banking Forum 2025. Today, with me, Ravshan Rikhsiev, specialist in ONESEC. And Ravshan, thank you for joining us, first of all. First question for you. What types of cyber threats are currently the most dangerous in the financial sector from your point of view?
Yes, first of all, the financial sector is one of the biggest sectors in the landscape, and there are a lot of the typical vulnerabilities, typical the threats, and one of the biggest threats, nowadays is um, scamming. The cyber criminals are involved so fast in scamming. They're making AI videos, they're making scam websites, and one of the biggest threats for financial sectors, other than for companies itself, ransomwares, and human factor. Social engineering, phishing attacks, and a lot of typical threats also lay on the financial sector.
Yes, that's great. Thank you for answer. And could you tell us why do financial organizations remain vulnerable even with the advanced technological solutions in place?
Yeah, this is one of the interesting questions. Despite the modern technologies, despite the cool, the different solutions, they rely on vulnerable because there are so many threats on human factors. Also, they despite on different third-party organizations, also they have the biggest infrastructures because they work on different with clients. They work with partners. They have own the products, websites, and they should integrate some have. And these things make them vulnerable because they cannot regulate all third-party. The organizations they can control, they can not fully regulate. That's why, even though, for example, if any third-party organization have the same vulnerable, they can chain up to this financial sector company. And yes, this is one of the biggest, even though they have the technology, good technology.
So that's great. And you're providing this kind of service, right?
Yes, in one side we provide audits. We have made some cool feature. This calls ONESEC LMS, which teaches the employees, staff to understand and what's the stress, what's the social engineering stress, what's the scamming schemes to avoid in future, to not be the biggest, incidents in cybersecurity.
Many experts today say that no matter how advanced the technology is, it won't be effective without properly trained staff. What do you think about this statement?
Even though the technologies also rely on the people who work on this, they sometimes they can oversight these problems. That's why the company, especially the financial sector companies, should teach the staff how detect the malicious websites, how detect malicious emails in the future to avoid this big incidents with financial sector. And of course, the other problems like insider leakage and also the rise of brands. Companies should defense of their brand name. They avoid some big problems in media. Even though the advanced technology is, of course, the first factor is the human factor, and human is making mistake, and it could be the in the future big problem.
So, as I've got you right, your company is trying to eliminate the human factor as much as it can be.
Yes, we have the platform ONESEC LMS, which teaches and simulates the threat actors activity in a special isolated system infrastructure, and there the staff and employee can try to himself to detect, to avoid to defense some have in their different scenarios in the case of attacks. And we are working on this.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And how does ONESEC approach the issue of improving cybersecurity awareness and training specialists?
If I go without product, even though accept the product, before the product, we likely trained these employees. We showed what's probably to do, what's not to do, to avoid. For technical specialties, we show how to avoid the misconfigurations of some infrastructures, how to check itself, how use the special tools to detect in all the stage the threats. And we made a special platform. After this platform, in this platform, we made special simulating system which simulates different activities of threat actor, and for employees they can act like try to defend, try to detect, try to avoid of this threats, and find out as an example, malicious websites and emails and other tasks. And we help them teach, improve themselves, and yes.
And in your opinion, what steps should every fintech company take right now to strengthen its resilience against cyber attacks?
In my opinion, the financial sector company should regularly doing audits, taking the third party infrastructure in the case of chain attacks, and half of that, and they can also check the employees and staff and awareness of the awareness of threats in cybersecurity, what different threats they have, and should also train themselves. They should improve their knowledge in a future to detect all these threats and avoid them. And I also probably think financial sectors all should avoid vulnerable programs. I mean, there are different programs in vulnerable which are outdated. They should avoid this and try to make the management of these programs to update it, or if doesn't have any updates, but remove it from the infrastructure. And in my opinion, this advice would help them improve their cybersecurity.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Ravshan.
Thank you very much for calling
you here, and we hope that every company in Uzbekistan will soon have, cybersecurity plan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.